Hi everyone, welcome back to Everything Anything Computing. I'm Miss Monthe and you're watching Lesson 2 in our Android Development with Kotlin course. Today's lesson is foundational. We're going to prepare the tools we'll need to start building mobile applications. Think of it like setting up your art supplies before painting. No code just yet, but essential for success. Let's get into it. Before we build anything, we need to create a working environment. This environment usually helps us now to write our Kotlin code and help our computer understand the Kotlin code and have it respond by building an application. Here's what we'll be installing today. We have the Java Development Kit. This is a toolbox with the tools that make our Kotlin code understandable to the computer. We have IntelliJ IDEA, the space where we learn Kotlin basics like Practice Lab. And then finally, we have Android Studio, our full development studio for real Android application. Let's begin with JDK, or Java Development Kit. You can think of JDK as a toolbox. Every time we write Kotlin code, this toolbox helps translate our work into something that machines understand. So basically, you write code, the JDK helps in the translation. So without the JDK, your beautiful code just sits there, unreadable and unusable by your device. So how do we set it up? So just come to your browser and type out this Oracle JDK downloads page and go to the Java downloads page. So this is basically hosted on Oracle. And then here we are going to first look at the different versions. So here we have Java 24 and Java 21 and earlier versions that are also available. So what you do, I usually like picking the latest release of the different tools that I'm usually installing. So here you can have Java 21 or Java 24. So for me, I'll do Java 24. You can go ahead and pick which operating system you're using. So for my case, I'm using Windows. I'll pick Windows. And then you pick the installer. You download the installer itself, which is this. And then once you do that, it will just download onto your machine. I won't do this because I've already installed this. I've already downloaded it and actually installed it almost twice on my machine. But what I'd usually like to emphasize is the idea of reading the prompts from Wizard when they come on your machine, because people usually just click next without having to understand what exactly is happening. So when you're installing your JDK, please go ahead and read and try and understand what is going on. And then the next that you're going to install, like I mentioned, we're doing the IntelliJ IDEA. So IntelliJ IDEA, like I had explained, is an IDE. Yeah, it is usually hosted on JetBrains, and JetBrains is the developer of this IDE and also the developer of Kotlin. So what you do, you just go to JetBrains and then you jetbrains.com/IDEs. IDEs, that is basically integrated development environment. So IDEs, jetbrains.com/IDEs. And then here you can pick the IDE that you want for what language. So in this case, I want to have Kotlin as my IDE, and it tells you have the IntelliJ IDE. Yeah, so for this, you can download it. Just go to download, yeah. And then under download, you have two types of this IDE, IntelliJ IDE. You'll have the one that is paid version, which will give you a free 30-day trial, and you'll have the community edition. We'll go with the community edition because honestly, everything that we need when we're doing the basics of Kotlin is found in the IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition. So you'll just come here and then you'll download. Please download the executable file. Once you download it, it will come up on your machine. And then finally, installing Android Studio. This is the big one. This is the official IDE for Android development provided by Google. It's what we'll use to design, build, test, and deploy real Android applications. So why wait to use it? Android Studio is powerful, but it's heavier and packed with features we won't need right away. First, we want to just get comfortable with writing clean Kotlin code. Then we'll bring it into Android Studio to build interfaces and publish apps. So Android Studio include full Kotlin support, emulators, so you can run apps on your computer, visual layouts, drag and drop design, Android SDK, software development kit, your digital building blocks. Step to install it, go to developer.android.com/studio, choose your operating system, download and run the installer. On first launch, Android Studio will ask to install the SDK, the emulator, any other essentials tools. Pro tips: when you see these prompts, don't rush, read them. Click next when you understand what's being installed, especially when setting up your SDK parts and setting images. You can also create a virtual device, a fake phone that lives in your computer, so you can test your apps without using your real phone. So what have we done so far? We've installed the Java Development Kit, the compiler and the runtime environment. We've installed IntelliJ IDEA, your Kotlin practice lab. We've installed Android Studio, your full Android development kit, and we've set up prompts and gotten familiar with IDE environment. So great job. You've set up your first professional development environment. In the next lesson, lesson 3, we'll open IntelliJ and start writing Kotlin code together. We'll look at variables, data type, function, and some simple logic to build your foundational codes. You don't want to miss it. It's where the fun begins. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Everything Anything Computing. Drop a comment below if you ran into any troubles during installation. I'll help you out. Thanks for learning with me. See you in lesson 3, Kotlin Basics for Beginner. Until then, happy coding, guys. Bye-bye. Au revoir.